Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Jodo Jake. Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're playing Stamp or No Stamp. Basically, we were playing Deal or No Deal. Team Rocket's Moltres Ultra Premium Collection was announced just a few weeks ago. The opinions on this Ultra Premium Collection have been quite divided. I briefly talked about this Ultra Premium Collection in a recent Cards and Coffee episode, episode 2. So if you haven't seen that, go watch that. But I mentioned that this is the first special illustration rare that has received a stamp. Now, this has never happened in the Scarlet and Violet era or Sword and Shield era. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm most certainly confident that that's the case. I mentioned that the opinions on this Ultra Premium Collection have been quite divided for many reasons. I think because it's so heavily driven as a Team Rocket or Destined Rivals Ultra Premium Collection. Now this is because the back of the box showed that there was only 2 packs of Destined Rivals, which was quite alarming. I believe that there were some Scarlet and Violet, some Paldea Evolve, Paradox Rift. I see Obsidian Flames, Journey Together, Temporal Forces. We're not getting Surging, that's odd. I wonder if that's just by mistake, but no holiday sets, of course, like a Prismatic or a 151, but a lot of people have been upset about that. Now, I personally think that this box is beautiful. I know that Moltres is not like a top tier Pokemon, but if I'm looking at this and I'm comparing it to something like the Terapagos Ultra Premium Collection or the Greninja Ultra Premium Collection, I'm taking this all day. Like, I have no real qualms with this box. What the premise of this video really comes around to is that the fact that we have this stamped promo of the Team Rocket's Moltres. I actually just picked this up in a 10 over the weekend. It's one of my favorite special illustration rares from Destined Rivals alongside the Crobat. A lot of people have been kind of upset about the fact that we're getting a stamped version of this card. When I first saw this, it felt like Pokemon's taking off the gloves with the increase in demand and how expensive a lot of our top chases are. We can look at the Bubble Mew from Paldean Fates, Magikarp from Paldea Evolved, or even the Greninja from Twilight Masquerade. These cards are getting quite expensive for ultra modern cards. This stamp has had effect on this non-stamped special illustration rare from Destined Rivals. So if we take a look, the current price on this is around $134 near mint raw. That's a little above where it was on release. I believe at release it was around 120. I almost picked one up. This started to climb along with the booster box, which it aligns. It got to around 180 bucks, right? And you can see the curve on this chart, and it plummets. And I wanted to highlight these 2 charts on these 2 dates. On August 18th, it was at its highest price that it's ever been, and that's $180, let's just say. On August 28th, it dropped down to around $131. Now, this is 27% down from that high price. And what's interesting about these dates is the announcement happened just almost right in between this. It happened on August 21st. That has created doubt. It discouraged people from buying this card at that price. And it's just because we are getting this Ultra Premium Collection, we are getting the stamped version, and that's going to drag the price down. As a collector, as someone that wants to maybe invest in this card, I think this is fantastic. Like, I think this is great as an opportunity. We can look at stamped promos in the past. I'm showing you right now some Pokemon Center stamped promos alongside the non-stamped Pokemon Center promo. So this is an interesting product. Obviously, you can only get this stamped promo from the Pokemon Center ETBs, and the only way to do that is to order your ETBs from the Pokemon Center site. So there's a sense of rarity. There's only one way to get this product. You don't have to worry about distribution. You don't have to worry about brick and mortar. So the entry point is very specific. These promos were not always this price. I remember Snorlax being like a $60 to $70 promo in Pokemon Center stamped. I remember the Charmander being like 40 bucks, if I remember correctly, which is crazy to see that the non-stamped copy is around that right now. And looking at the Snorlax, you can kind of see that there's an opportunity there on the non-stamped one, but we won't get too much into that. So if you made it this long into the video and you spotted that, good eye. I don't want to just show off Pokemon Center stamped promos because I feel like that's unfair. Another example that we should look at is the value of stamped promos from a single card and around multiple different variations of this card. And I'm using the Team Rocket's Tyranitar as an example. The non-hollow is 22 cents, right? That's pretty cheap. And then if we look down below that, we have the Cosmo Hollow Destined Rivals stamped one that comes in the pre-release box. It's 1 in 4. I believe there's the Mimikyu, the Gyarados, and the Typhlosion. This card is going for around 15 bucks. So there's a big difference between that non-hollow common that you can pull from the set. And then if we take it a step further, we can look at the Pokemon Center stamped Team Rocket's Tyranitar, which was only available for, I want to say, a week or two on the Pokemon Center site. And you would order a certain set of items, and if you hit like a threshold of, I believe, $20, you would get this free promo. The big beast here is this one in the bottom right, which is this Team Rocket's stamped Destined Rivals logo, but it also includes a staff promo stamp in the bottom right, as you can see. This one is even more exclusive, as this card is given to LGSs that are running tournaments. And this was given to the staff that's running those tournaments. So you can see how the different stamps have given this card more value and more interest and more scarcity. I'm not here saying that this is going to be scarce. I will say that stamps in the past tend to do well. I would not be discouraged to accumulate multiple copies of this card, whether you want to add them to a binder, keep them sealed, which is what I'll be doing. I will definitely be buying sealed copies of this the way I was buying sealed copies of the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection promos, which to me was a no-brainer. Like I said, Moltres is not anywhere near Charizard, but I believe in the long-term value of this card. What if? What if we saw an Umbreon EX from Prismatic Evolutions get a stamped promo? What would that do to the market? How would you feel about that? I think that brings up an interesting possibility. Now that we've seen a special illustration rare receive a stamped version, it kind of leaves us in the unknown. Anything is on the table at this point. It's a play, in my opinion. I'm all about it. I think I would like to see more of that, just because I think it would bring down the fake demand that's out there, artificial demand, if that makes any sense, because the people that know about these cards. Now, this last slide, this is an example of when the market has doubt or the market disagrees with a decision that the Pokemon Company has made in the past. I don't have many words for this next slide, and I think when I show it, you'll understand what I mean. Here we have the Mew from the English 151 set that was in the Ultra Premium collection, and we have the SAR from 151 in the Japanese set. We can go look at TCG Player. We know how expensive this English promo is, but if we venture back to when this was initially released, sentiment was very different. I had made a play on this. I should have trusted my gut. That's all I really have to say. I will leave you with this. Are you pressing that big red button? Or are you closing the box? Are you sticking to the non-stamped copies? Are you gonna buy both? Or are you just gonna buy the stamped copies? I guess it depends on the value of that Ultra Premium collection. How is it going to perform? How much are they going to produce? Is it going to be a repeat of the Charizard Ultra Premium collection, where initially we were seeing prices way too high? I think they were hitting like $250. And then after release, they were just printed into the ground. They were selling for 80, 90 bucks. And that was a prime opportunity to buy. If that's the case, I mean, the opportunity is there in front of you. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Let me know in the comments. Are you interested in the Moltres Destined Rivals stamped promo, or are you going to skip? Because we are getting that Mega Charizard Ultra Premium collection that was just leaked. This hobby does not stop. All gas, no brakes. Until next time, y'all. Happy collecting. Peace.